You know, when you look at a turbine, it looks more like an aircraft propeller than anything. It's really not a propeller. It's more like the sail of a ship. What we're trying to do is take that rolling nature of the wind and capture that and hold on to it as long as we can to get as much torque out of it as we possibly can.
I like the idea of being part of something that is a bigger picture. I mean, this is something that can take me anywhere in the world. It's something that I believe is going to be the future. It's renewable, it's clean, and you know, it's good for everybody.
Well, you know, I was here when we built our wind turbine. I've been at Iowa Lakes since 1997, and I climbed it in the spring of 2005 before I was a part of this program.
What we're trying to do is say, okay, what transcends the industry here? Are we giving the technicians the right kind of skills so that they can work in every facet of the industry?
I've taught since I've been in this program. This is my 4th year in this program, and it's my 15th year at Iowa Lakes. In the wind program, I've taught hydraulics and mechanical systems.
By exposing the graduates to that broad brushstroke there, we give them a lot of skills that they're going to need, from instrumentation to logistics to just about every facet of the industry where knowledge of the machine is important.
To be a wind technician, you do have to be a jack of all trades, and I kind of consider myself a jack of all trades too.
You have to have a good knowledge of physics, you have to have a pretty good working knowledge of math, because when you're dealing with electrical troubleshooting and problems with a complex machine, you need to be able to figure out all these basic formulas so that you can pinpoint where certain problems are. Now, once they reach the field, they take what they learn here and they apply it to relationships between how the generator set and the transformers interact with each other, how the grid can actually influence what happens with the turbine and vice versa.
This is a board for one of our classes. It basically just has some different switches, relays, different types of connections. And so it's a progressive type of lab. We start out very simple with hooking up a few lights and switches, and then the next students come in and they add more to that, and we just continue doing that until the end of the semester, where we start doing really complex circuits.
The advantage of fiber is, you know, we don't have to worry about the distance. It's just light signal being sent.
In the first year, you get the basic base that you need to be a technician. You learn mechanical systems because, you know, obviously there's gearboxes and different mechanical moving parts in a turbine that you need to understand, whether it's gears, bearings, things like that. And then the second year is more of an analytical thinking process where we get into practical wiring, and we do PLCs, programmable logic controllers, power generation, and data acquisition with SCADA systems.
The guys that are doing the frontline work right now are going to age out eventually, and it's a physically demanding job. There's a lot of room for upward mobility and lateral movement, so positions in management are going to come available. So you have a sustainable workforce where, as one group ages out and goes into retirement or management, then the other group is ready to take their place. So that's one of the reasons that this kind of field is really important, because we need to be able to train technicians.
It's definitely a growing field. I mean, it's a strong field that is going to grow more.
As wind farms become larger, they'll have more people working there. You know, they'll need somebody to train them, somebody to supervise them.
I would like, to see myself in 5-10 years from now, possibly being in management, maybe get the opportunity to travel, you know, to some different country.
You know, I think it's a good industry to be in.
As we move ahead, some of the things that we're doing coming down the road in the next couple of years is to take more of a global approach to renewable energy and sustainable resources. So we're actually going to be expanding our program. One of the things that we try to stick to are things in the renewable energy sector that are economically viable, things that are on the street right now, so that we're not dealing with something that's a flavor of the week that doesn't get a lot of steam, which is why the wind energy took off, because this is here to stay.